Welcome back to Charlie and Friends. We got another episode here today. I got my friend Jeff Crow with me. And I know I got a story. We got to finish up from last week. We left you hanging on it. We got real busy with our other people that was here visiting us. So I might as well get off and get that off my chest right now on that one there. If you remember right, about old Plug, the old horse my dad said was no good. If you remember, had the blue eye.
Yeah.
Blue eye, white eye, or brown eye. He's a weird horse, weird duck. I mean, you looking at him, by looking at him, you think he'd do nothing. You know, here he ended, like I told you guys last week, he took the Nationals for the Rockettes, down by say Tulare County. Went to Vegas and came out first place with him. He hung in there and rode good and kept up with all the other horses and surpassed all the other horses. I mean, when that horse got done down there, everybody was kissing him. And that's when I decided to make him a roping horse. And I don't know if that was good or bad, because I had a little problems. I mean, this horse would do everything I didn't want him to do. No matter what I did, it seemed like. I'd get him in an arena, and he'd get in there, and I'd go right after a cow, and he'd get to that point, then all of a sudden he'd make a left, he'd come around, I'd be holding him back, and he'd do a figure eight on me.
Figure eight?
Yeah. And after that figure eight, man, he'd take off again another direction. I went, oh, no, this horse is thinking Rockettes. Come on, horse, change your mind. Get back straight here, Yeah. We're roping here. We ain't running circles like you did before. Me and him, we put up a lot on that. I worked with him about a year like that, just constantly. And I'd tell you, I just take him to little local roping, and I'd try to get it out of his head, or I'd go to a friend's house that had roping pins, and I'd try to go over there and do it, and eventually he came pretty good. I mean, he still had that one twit in him, one that turn left.
Oh, yeah.
Real quick. So what I learned off him, we kind of taught each other. When I came out of that chute, when I nodded my head, that cow to be released, I better have my rope ready. Because as soon as we took off, he'd be right there, and I had to throw a rope to get him, and I better took a dally fast. Because if I didn't take a dally fast, he's already going left.
Yeah.
And if I ain't got around that horn, the steer goes that way, and the horse going this way, and I'm just looking back at nothing. So
it's funny. That's so. You worked with him about a year, huh?
Yeah, over a year. And, I thought I had it out of him, but he'd constantly do it every once in a while. Then coming along about the second year I had him, he quit it for me. He's done with it. Done me real good. I mean, that horse, he won me belt buckles, halters, bridles, new blankets, all kind of stuff. So, I mean, the horse was doing me proud. I was kind of proud of that horse. And he wasn't a big horse. He kind of halfway middle range horse. He wasn't little, but he wasn't big either. And he even qualified me. I roping off him. He qualified me for the state here in California. He put me up there with number one.
Nice.
Yeah, so I made it to the state finals. They had him up there. What was it? Series is where they had it at.
Okay.
And we went up there, and I took him up there with me, and the wife. First time the wife ever went with me to roping.
Oh, okay.
She never gone any place with me like that, what I do. Never. She's always said I was an accident walking to happen. And she didn't want to be there to see it or get embarrassed. So she just didn't go. So I said, fine.
Avoid it.
Yeah.
Avoid the whole thing.
Yeah, but then she seen all what I was doing and what all people was telling her this and that. She goes, man, you know what? I guess I'll go to one of them. So she went to one for the state up there, and she enjoyed it up there. I mean, we had big parties at night. I mean, you're up there with probably 2,000 cowboys and,
all
girls.
the fun and carousing
right,
and
all the
everything
wives
afterwards.
and stuff. And, I mean, you had a ball up there at night. And we took the motorhome up there. So we had a 40-foot coach, nice air conditioning, TV. I mean, we had everything with us. It was really nice. And our friends, they'd go up there with their stuff and spend the night next to our camp. And we'd end up, all the motorhomes we had, we'd make a big circle like they did in the old days with the old chuck wagons.
Yeah.
We'd sit around or something like that, and we'd put a fire pit in the middle, and every night we'd all sit out there and talk, do stories. Or we set up a little dummy out there, and we'd rope that dummy, for money. We'd all put the buck in, and you keep throwing it and catching it, and you move it out a little bit farther, throw it, catch it, move it out a little bit farther.
Yeah.
Until somebody, then you got out there so far, people start missing, and, you kept on going until you're about the end of your rope, and then you catch it, and you win money. So we done that every night. Sometimes, we'd win 40 or 50 bucks a night doing that. And what me and this other guy did, my partner did, we would wait around when everybody got drunk. and then we would sneak in there and clean their clocks.
That's a good strategy anytime. Let the other guys that are
They think we're drinking with them, but we're not. We look like we might be drinking, but we're not drinking.
not like them.
Nah, I'd had the wife fix me a water with a dash of Coke in it. And everybody thought I was thinking bourbon, bourbon water.
Clever, Chuck,
Yeah.
clever.
So I drank that all night long, and I wouldn't have no headache next day or nothing. These other guys go, I got big headache and everything. And I wouldn't. I don't know if you'd call that cheating or not, but that's what I did.
Oh, hey, that's just being smart. Hey.
Oh, that was so funny to watch them guys stumble and all that stuff, all day, and just start laughing at them. Hey, how's your head there, Roger? Whoa.
And they're looking at you like, man, he can handle his
Yeah,
stuff.
how'd
How'd you do all that last night and wake up the next morning bright and shiny, right?
They asked me many times, what kind of pill you taking today? I ain't taking no pills. Man, I don't eat all this energy today and everything. I didn't want to tell them I didn't drink nothing because they thought I did. I still like taking their money. But anyway, this old groovy horse I got up there, this one guy, partner I had from Visalia, this healer, really funny. This arena was set up really, really nice arena, except when you went into your chute, most people, your chute's here, and you get your horse right there. You just go around that chute and back him up, or go in there and turn your horse around and back up. But this chute here was real long for some reason. And they had a little opening here, just enough room for you to get your horse through and then you had to go forward and back up about 6-7 feet, way back in this hole. And then he nodded to count him, and then you shot right out. You better have that rope ready when you come out of there, because the steer's already got a big head start on you the way they had this thing set up.
Yeah.
Our steer, he can get a jump on you real fast. But to qualify for the Nationals, you had to rope so many steers at the state.
Sure.
You had 6 steers, you had to rope. You have a 6-steer combination. Out of 6 steers, you had to rope 5 of them. And if you roped 6 of them, you probably won the pot. Our last day out there, we done good. We just nail them, right out of the chute, bang, bang. We was knocking down 5.1, 5.2. We was knocking some fast times down. Here comes our last day where all we had to do is catch one more steer. Have a nice time. He had first, all that. And here I come. We got ready. I knocked my partner over here to go. So when I nod, he takes right off. Because that cow's coming right out. And his job is keep that cow from cutting over to the fence to make him run straight. And here we come. And all of a sudden, he gets out there, breaks loose, and usually your header's a little bit in front of the healer with the cow.
Yeah.
You look around, where's Charlie at? Charlie was no place to be seen. And there's my wife, she's down at the other end with the camera recording all this. She's going, oh no, look, where did he go? Cal's running out here, Gary's running over here, he's got no header. Where did he just, like somebody picked him up, he gone. Took you right out of the arena. But what that goofy little horse done, when we broke out, we hit about 30 miles an hour. That one part, and all of a sudden, when we came out of, and how he made that left and got me through there without tearing my legs off and everything, I don't know.
That momentum, oh man.
Yeah, all this stuff going on, and getting in there, you had to go real slow. And usually move your feet back and forth to get through the gate. And how we did this, running about 30 miles an hour and making a hard left and went through there. And I didn't touch nothing. And I kind of like it was a shock to me. I looked up. I got no cows to chase and nothing. Here's all these other cowboys sitting on their horses. And they're all looking at me like, wow, where'd you come from? And finally, so I look away, one of my friends goes, hey, Charlie, you paid for that steer, you better go get him. And I turned that horse back around. I shot him in that booth. Here, old Gary, he's out there, man. He's trying to keep this cow from getting in that booth at the end down there, trying to slow him down and everything else before we get a time. And finally, I got back in there, and man, I spurred that little horse hard as I could. I mean, I probably drew blood on him. And we shot down there, and this cow just getting ready to go in the gate. Mm-hmm. And once their head gets in the gate, you're done. You know, he can't have them.
Yeah.
I threw my rope hard as I could, and he went so far out, I had my knot left. That was it.
Yeah.
And rope dropped right on that sucker's head. And when it did, I finally got enough slack out of it. Just got a little bit on my horn and made that horse hook a left. And we pulled him right out of there right before he got his head in there. And I drug him halfway down the arena, and this other guy came in, and he healed that sucker. And we got a time out of it, the best of times. Nope. But we caught him. We caught all 6 steers. And there's the haul us up there, there's only 3 of us that caught all steers. We were one of them. So we both won, I think it was like $1,500 a piece. On that one.
Woo!
New saddle and a bunch of other garbage stuff.
Oh, yeah.
that we got.
That's a nice pot there. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
it was. Your state nationals, you won quite a bit of money.
Oh,
And-
yeah.
And this was just one run, on that one run where we qualified at on that one. And we were happy, but we laughed. Oh, that story was told and told and told about me. That thing God just took me right out of that arena. Poor old Gary Monde, it was the old healer, and he said, man, I just couldn't believe it. He goes, man, we were doing so great that since we come out, you're just going to have this steer, and boom, we'd just take first place right off the bat.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and he didn't quite do it. Oop.
Let's run to a commercial
Yeah,
real quick.
and we'll get back to the rest of it.
We can always continue this story, that's for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, we'll get right back to
Absolutely,
you guys.
that's good. I love this.
Catch welcome back after the commercials we just had here. Let me get back to that story I was telling you about. I was telling
right.
Jeff here about old Plug, the old horse that didn't supposed to go nowhere, but went somewhere. Well, after we got finished that national or state up there, we all went out and partied a little bit like we always do. Then I drank after that.
Hey, you won a bunch of money.
won
Hey,
money.
that's when it's time to
Yeah,
drink,
yeah.
not in the middle during
Yeah.
the nights between all the competition days. Those boys didn't understand it.
No. But I really got drunk afterwards on that. And we started staying an extra day over because I had the shakes next day. So we stood an extra day before I drove that motorhome on home. But after we did that, we had nationals coming up.
Yeah.
And we already qualified and everything. We was knocked down. I was number 1, but after that up there, we were number 3.
Yeah.
But still, they take it in the nationals because they'll take up to about 40 people. And roping, they'll go to the nationals.
Mm-hmm.
And when you watch the nationals up there, you don't see all the ropers that rope. All depends what time you have. They'll tell you, they'll draw out, you're at 10 o'clock, you're at 12, 5, and they might be filming to the 6. And if you're roping in the morning, you're not going to be on TV. It's going to be the other guys on TV. It could be the bad guys,
Yeah.
that they're watching. But usually the top 40 up there, most of them we're going to catch. Yeah, we were down to low numbers when we went up there for some reason. On the drawing, you draw the numbers to see when he's coming out and what time.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, right after that rope it in that national or state, after my wife seen what that horse did to me and all that stuff, she goes, you know what? You need a better horse. I said, nah, this horse is doing okay with me.
Yeah.
He loved me a lot. He said, no. So I went back home. I was still roping off him, and then one day she comes out there at the arena. This other guy in a horse trader, he goes, hey, I want you to try this horse out. She brought this big old gray horse out. I mean, made my horse look little.
Yeah.
And, I'd get on him, I'd get a nosebleed every time I get on him. He's so tall. But he was big and powerful. So I tried him out, got on him, and the guy said, you better hang on to him, he might leave it and shoot. The guy was right. I mean, this horse had the power. I'd come out of that chute, I mean, like a rocket. I mean, I never felt a burst of energy speed like I did with this old gray horse. And so I'd come out, and you think I got to throw my rope at the cows to catch him. Now, with this old horse, just drop your rope on him, man. he had you right there. And off we go to the left, and he'd turn around, spin back around real easy and real good. Because he had to wait on him to, if we got kind of fat cow, he was able to, his weight outweigh that cow and turn him. Or Pearl Plugger sometimes, he had to,
right.
Because he was a little smaller and weighed less, and he had a harder time turning the cow sometimes. But he always managed. But with this horse, it was easy. I go, dang, Becky, where'd you get this horse at? She said, oh, so-and-so got it over here, and he's need the money real bad. And he said, he'll sell them to you if you like roping off. And I said, yeah, he's great. So I finished that roping with him and won off of him. I said, yeah, I like this horse. He'd be a good national horse to take. She said, okay. And she went back, and my birthday was coming up, and she bought me that horse for my birthday.
Oh, nice,
Yeah.
nice.
I go, man, that's pretty cool. So I went to all the local ropings with him, man. I just kicking butt. And he got time to go to the Nationals. So we went to go up there. I put him in and Plugger both. In case, you never know what could go wrong. So I took a spare.
Oh, I could imagine.
Yeah, you always
got
take
your
a
spare horse.
Yeah. And put him in the trailer, and Plugger in the trailer, and I'm going down the road, heading toward Bakersfield, and I'm getting this boom, 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 boom in my truck. I'm going, what in the world is going on here? And I look in my mirror, and I see this horse, that gray horse with his little head and half body hanging out outside, trying to jump out that window. I mean,
God.
This horse just boom, boom. I mean,
oh, man.
Kick,
I've seen him on the freeway like that sometimes. Driving next to him. I can, in my car, I can see the old treadmill.
I mean, all over the place. And lucky my trailer was a double wall trailer.
Yeah.
Because he'd kick that inside. I mean, you wouldn't believe the inside, the big dents he'd put in there. I had this fancy padding for the horse, make nice, easy cushion for him. Good for my horses. And that horse ripped every bit of that off.
He wasn't having it up.
And I pulled over, got back to looking at all the stuff. He took him out. I got him out of the trailer. He was nice horse. Tied him up to the trailer. He just stood there like, hey, I knew do nothing wrong. And the Plugger, he's sitting there like, oh, this crazy horse, don't you get me next to him. And I said, what am I going to do this? So I put him back in. I said, well, I'll rotate him. I put Plugger up front, him in back. Off we go again. We weren't going down that road 10 miles, and here we go again. Boom, boom, bang, 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 bang. Pull over, get he on the other side. He had it all tore up. He had my cushion off on that side. More dings in the trailer. The feed bag, we had hanging, ripped it in half. And I'm going, oh, mercy. I ain't going to make it. To get there to Las Vegas, the type of a goofy horse.
Yeah.
And I called the guy up that owned him. I said, hey, what kind of horse do you sell my wife here? She said, well, he's a good roping horse. I said, well, yeah, he ropes all right, but the trailer, because, I've got to tell her. When we go places, we get a shot, go to the vet, and he gives us kind of medicine with him.
To calm him down.
Yeah, you give him this shot, and it almost knocks his lights out. Then you get him there.
That's a big whoops to forget to
oopsie.
say.
Yeah.
Did I forgot. I forgot to tell you that you got to inject him with a big old syringe before you go. Otherwise, he's gonna cause thousands of dollars of damage to a trailer.
Yeah.
And give you a heart attack.
Yeah.
And
I tried to get my friends to put him in other trailers, like a stock trailer. Oh, yeah, you get a horse in my trailers. They wouldn't do it. So I got on the phone. We called around. Finally, we found a vet there in Bakersfield. And he came out, got the stuff, and gave him a shot of it.
He's all...
put him inside the trailer. I mean, he's like nodding out on us. Then he gave him a bottle, said, well, this is what you got to do, this and that, when you get ready to haul him. All right, so we get to Vegas. We get up there. Here's this horse. We get him out of the trailer. He's
still half days.
Yeah, he's still half days. And I said, man, this horse is going to have to wake up here pretty soon, I hope. And then all of a sudden, he wakes up, our time that day was later in the afternoon, late night, that night, about 9 o'clock at night when we had to rope. And so he is up, doing good. And I got him, got on him, take off to go into the arena. When they got going to the arena, they got like a big tunnel you got to go through. It got dark. Got that horse going through that tunnel. Then all of a sudden, about halfway through that tunnel, that horse came unglued. He
did it like it was like was it one of those where it's just like out of nowhere?
Yeah, he went berserk. Ran out in the arena, gave everybody a nice show.
Oh, I bet. That was a great.
Snorting, he was booting, just he was just miserable. I mean, oh man, I can't rope off this horse. I said, I'm just going to have my partner. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? I said, well, I got Plugger, He goes, yeah, but look at these boys we're roping against up here. We got the best in the West. And you got a horse here that's going crazy. And I called the other guy back again. I said, hey, this horse is going crazy in this arena. He goes, well, is it indoor or out you're roping in? I said, that night we're indoors. Oh, that horse, he won't rope indoors. He got to be outside. He got this classic phobia or some stuff where he feels like he's closed in, he go crazy. And I never heard of such a thing. I said, well, that's out with this horse. So we took him out, and that night I brought Plugger in, and we roped our steer. Did pretty decent on it. I think we got like a 6 point something. We was in the average,
Yeah.
We weren't top, but we weren't bottom either. I mean, we were up there high, but we need to do some more harder roping to get there. And the next day I get back on that horse again. I said, well, I'll try to break this horse, take him out there in the arena. As soon as I get in that tunnel halfway, again, that horse realized he's loaded up and he goes crazy. Well, I thought he was going to kill me, but he my body felt like he did.
Yeah.
I mean, I just shook all up. So finally I just get up with him and got on a Plugger in there, and man, it's like a 6-day roping. I mean, it's a week's roping. In the National, you're roping every day, for all this money. And we were doing good. I mean, I went there 5 times, but I never came close to really what you call winning.
Yeah, that word, winning.
I'd be back here around 20, 19, finish out, and, you make a few bucks at it, but not a bunch. But this year, I just had that first place in my mouth. I can taste it, We went out there, and this one rope, our last roping, we had to come out. We sat in there, we was all set up, all running, all 3 of us, or 4 of us, we was all running neck and neck. We were within seconds and half seconds from each other from winning. And I came out there with old Plugger out, and man, I just threw that rope. As soon as that cow came out of that steer, poop, got him turned around like that, poop. I mean, we did it that fast. We did it in 4.6 seconds. I mean, you try to do that on horseback. We broke the record for that arena.
Yeah.
And we thought, hey, you know what? We got first place. We're going to get all this stuff, and here comes this knothead behind us. And I've been roping this guy against these guys all week, and we've been beating them. But here he comes out. I wanted to cry. How came out? He threw that rope, just boom, and his old heeler just, I think, didn't even turn. He just threw sideways and got that horse's heels and tied off. And he come up with 4.4. New record in arena. Oh no, we're down second place. We ain't gonna get that first like we won it. And that was the last year I roped up there. Because after that, I just, oh man, why me loaded?
Oh, gosh.
And I was just tired, getting older. And you know what? I've been disappointed so many times up here. I said, even though we won about $150,000 though.
Nice.
Yeah.
We're gonna let's tell them some more right after this. We gotta jump to another.
Yeah.
We got a friend, by the way.
Yeah, we got another 5 here. We'll be back in 5.
All righty, folks.
So we'll be right back. Hey, welcome back. back to our stories. We was almost done with that wood, but guess what? We picked up
A friend.
a friend.
That's right.
Come wandering in the door here, Daniel. He's running for a Senate.
State Assembly, right?
State Assembly, not
State
Senate.
Assembly District 31.
Yeah.
got a
And
lot of
so here a little bit, I
rural
want him to
areas.
talk to you. He's about what he's got going on. But I'm gonna get a little bit, finish that horse story we had, and get her home.
That's right.
Well, like I said, we ended up winning second place up there, and we won 2 new saddles, everything up, do our horse all in silver, this and that. We both won $150,000, and we just, oh man, that's for both of us. We split it, about 75 apiece, but we was in tall cotton, and we didn't so tall cotton. Our wives stayed there, and after it was all over, we left to go home. They had some ropings down on Loco here in town, and they stood up there. They call it Cowboy Christmas. You ever been to Las Vegas when they have a Cowboy Christmas?
You
I've
know,
never heard of it, huh?
No, I have not. I'm anxious
I
to
didn't
hear
hear
about
of it either till that year.
Okay.
Yeah, and they talked about it, and when I went to a little bit before we left, and they had these huge buildings, like maybe 4 or 5 of them, and then there's a vendor for everything to do with cowboys. I mean, from
Whoa.
shirts, cowgirl stuff, house stuff, a lot of stuff was in there, and I was worn out. My healer was worn out, and well, we just left the wives there. We'll go back to another open, and we did. We left there and left them there. Get that horse, that crazy horse, a shot.
Yeah.
Got him home. Let me tell you, I never took that horse any place after that in that trailer. No more trailer trips for him. I made him stay there and made him a kid's horse. Get around and ride him, you know.
Yeah.
He's a good horse. He just, I'm mine.
Yeah, you're not taking him traveling when
Yeah.
you tried to kick out your trailer,
Right.
cause all this damage, almost
As
get you
long
killed
as-
on the freeway.
yeah, as long as
know.
you didn't take him in a small room or something with a roof over his head, he was great.
Okay, he was, what's it called when you're claustrophobic?
Claustrophobia.
That's what he.
Yeah,
no wonder he needed that
I had
shot.
that, but I wasn't as bad as he was. That was crazy on it. That you're back. I was wondering because the last time I talked to you, I couldn't find out that your territory. I don't understand how it works or how big it is and what you guys actually do. I mean, you're talking about the constitutionals last time, but there's more to it than that. I know that you got to do because you got people you got to talk to and
Yeah.
and you got to answer to.
Exactly.
So what-
You
that
want
goes
to you
there.
want to try at least. I mean, for a good constitutional republic, you want people to be able to have access to their representative. That you want
Right.
them to be able to express what their problems are in their community, and we haven't maintained the system properly. We've got 500,000 people, 490,000, soon to be 500,000 people represented by each assembly person
That's
in
here
the
in
California
Fresno.
state. Yeah, well,
Across the
District
state, right?
District 31 covers 41% of the city of Fresno, and then it literally goes. In the Central School District, it's south of Belmont.
Okay.
In Fresno, it's south of Shields.
Okay.
And then if you go the Central District to Chateau Fresno, it cuts to the river. And basically everything west of Chateau Fresno in Fresno County becomes District 31. And so it literally goes along the river all the way past Mendota, Firebaugh, almost to Dos Palace, cuts across the
Got all those people out there in Fireball.
cuts across the I-5,
The one whole lane.
picks up, no kidding, Kalinga, Huron. We don't have Avenel. It just cuts through Avenel on the other side there. And then it comes and picks up Riverdale, literally goes up and gets Orange Cove, Sanger, Selma, Reedley, and then comes back to the Fresno airport. It's a huge territory.
It's so.
It's very
yeah.
difficult for one person to cover all that territory, and I don't think people realize that we haven't
Yeah,
maintained. We haven't maintained the system. You have to
I thought just Fresno.
You have to really probably split that up into 3 maybe, and get better representation.
Would be, but yeah, you'd be better off.
Yeah, instead of
I mean,
you
I didn't
know,
realize it's that big.
it's amazing, and 500,000 people, and we're just growing. And if you look at the projection charts on the population, in 35 years, everywhere you see 3 people, you're going to see 4 people. Every 3 gallons of water that people are using, it's going to be 4 gallons because you got that much more people. And that's not just the people using the water; the farmers are going to need that much water
Yeah.
because this valley literally feeds probably like half of the country.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Fresh
Get rid of-
fruits
get
and
rid of that train.
vegetables,
Get some
nuts, meat, the whole thing. And a lot of times the people, for example, in the coastal economy of California, that's a more vibrant economy, and they don't realize how much work goes into making their food. There's a lot of labor, and you need good management. You need good farm business managers. A whole bunch of jobs get generated through our farming systems. You got farm production managers. You got people that are going to college to learn about how to prepare more crops per acre. You've got professors that have to teach that and pass that knowledge along.
So what are you going to do to make all this happen?
Well, first you've got to educate the people that we need to maintain our system. And the first thing we need to look at is the United States Congress. That's where, in my opinion,
Well, right now, it's all been a joke.
things have disintegrated.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And the initial founding fathers' concept of a constitutional republic is that by voting, you're voting for the best people in your communities, what I call the win-win people. You want people that are looking for win-win situations for everybody, and that means quality people. And it seems to me that we aren't getting win-win people sitting in the seats of Congress.
Well, you're getting full-time political people.
Yeah,
That's
and-
all they know.
Right,
And,
right,
and they got
everything
people
else.
telling them what to do. They don't have their own mind.
They
yeah.
don't. They don't. They see a lot of people are taking
They get
instructions
into
from
a
somebody
bubble.
else.
Yeah, they get into a bubble too mentality.
Yeah, we were meeting yesterday, and I had that comment. The U.S. Congress or the House of Representatives, it's sort of like two big law firms, and they're just fighting each other for the win to the point where they're forgetting who their clients are.
Right. What they're even fighting for.
Yeah, what are you fighting for? They just want to win, but hey, you're representing us, Congress. You got to remember that.
Yeah. Well, I did a situation here a couple days ago with the grand jury. I'm the former grand jury of Tulare County. And one of the guys is in there, and I watched debates on TV here. Was it last night? Last
last night they
but
had
not
the
that debate, the other one. And when I
Okay.
watched it, came to work that morning, and I asked old John, this guy's a pretty political guy. And I said, hey, John, if I give you, say, $1 million, and tell them, spend it any way you want to on your campaign, whatever you're doing. I said, just go to it. And he said, yeah, okay, I can do that. Enjoy that. I said, all right, you spend it all out there, then say I come back to you 6 months later. I said, hey, John, I got a zone over here I should like to get changed, but I need your vote and help. You gonna do that for me? You darn right I will. He goes, it's just, well, yeah, that's what goes. He says, oh, yeah, I'd do it. He goes, I hope I get another $1 million from you for my campaign next year. You know?
It is. That's how it works.
What a corrupt system.
Yeah, and I don't know if people know. People might not know this, but there's a recent Supreme Court case called Citizens United. People who are politically active, they know about that case,
Oh, yeah.
Citizens United. But a lot of people aren't aware of it. And that what happened was we used to have campaign limits, how much you could spend in campaigns.
Yeah.
And what the Supreme Court said is that that's a violation of free speech.
Right.
So dollars, I don't, some people make fun of the Supreme Court decision. They say now dollars equal people.
Yeah, well, they've been making some
Yeah.
weird stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
They've been trying to make their own laws.
there are reasons. I mean, you do want to protect free speech. I agree with
Yeah.
that. But does money equal
Free
free
speech.
speech? I don't know.
It's essentially, basically, in that situation, you got your representative here, the guy with money in the district here. He has to just instead of handing the money blatantly to him and saying, "Hey, do this
Yeah.
X, Y, Z. That's going to benefit me only."
Yeah.
He has to hand it to your middleman first, who
Yeah,
takes his cut
right.
and then hands
Passes
it
it
over.
on down the
It's just
road.
essentially it became
Yeah.
legalized bribery.
Right. The Supreme Court.
It's,
The Supreme
you
Court
know,
decision was basically, unless there's evidence that you're handing money
Directly.
in exchange for that vote, then it's not truly the sort of corruption that they can stop. And
it is a joke. And it's our government, folks, and flappable, isn't it?
and the thing is, you've got people
Joke.
talking about a constitutional amendment, but when it comes to actually getting it done, nobody wants to get it done. It seems like it's sort of like an offensive line in football. You have a screenplay. You kind of fake like you're blocking, and then you let your guys go and you
Yeah,
toss
do
the
that,
ball
right.
over the both lines, right? It seems like sometimes the Democratic Party is saying, "Well, we represent the workers, we represent the workers," but when it's time to represent the workers, they just do a screenplay and they let the defensive line go through, but your quarterback gets tackled because the
Yeah.
workers don't get any improvement, and
Yep.
and the workers don't understand. You actually have to strengthen small businesses to strengthen the working class. So really, the small business people and the working class people probably want to get together and start aligning a little bit.
So you're gonna
No
try to bring
doubt.
them people together, then, huh?
Well, it takes a lot to convince small businesses that maybe they're actually just working class, but a lot of them understand that 80% of small businesses are run by just one person.
Oh, yeah.
And if that person has a bad accident or a bad illness,
He's in trouble.
they're back to working class.
Oh, absolutely.
And
And
they
they don't think about it in that long-term range, and they also don't think about the voting pattern. It's like, well, okay, people always like to have an expectation of themselves, usually of being higher up than they are. You see,
Yeah,
how
that's
many times have
natural.
you seen on a business card they put this fancy title to what's essentially a regular job.
Yeah.
It's. We can get on a whole different tangent on that one. It used to be.
Be like Hillary today. I heard the news she's finally gonna get called on the carpet.
I saw some reports
boy.
that
I
she
didn't
might
ca-
actually
yeah,
get.
I didn't
get-
catch it all, but this one girl come down here, called the radio station. She was crying on the channel, so happy that they were calling her down on the
Really?
carpet. I go, wow, that lady's going over emotional there, man.
Yeah, I don't think you can get too. You don't want to get too emotional on the politicians, or else you'll cry every day.
Yeah. Oh, lady, back off of this guy here a little bit. You're getting carried away with yourself.
It's
But they
time for everybody
really-
to activate. Really,
Yeah.
everybody has to pay attention and step up. Even if it's just make sure you register to vote and vote. But our system is meant for everybody to be active.
Yeah.
And-
where's my folk, my people, my house?
If you're not vigilant about your rights, you lose them. I learned
Yeah,
that
you
in the
lose 'em.
first week of law school.
There's a duty for them to serve us,
Yeah.
not the other way around. But there's also a duty with the citizens. We've got to choose the right flipping people.
Yeah.
Okay,
They
come
need-
on.
They need to learn a little bit about what's going on.
It's
Yeah.
not that hard.
I know, but yeah, it is hard.
It is hard because you've got a lot of different opinions.
I got a big
Sure.
family. I got like 10 grandkids.
Oh, I
And
understand.
my wife and everybody hangs around my house for a reason. Everybody in their families. Mm-hmm. And when it comes voting time, though, I do the voting. They all do ballot in the mail voting.
Right,
Yeah.
absentee.
Yeah, they'll come to my house and throw them on my desk. Dad, or Granddad, fill them
Yeah,
out for me, will you?
essentially. Yeah.
And I'll sit there. I
That's
say
funny.
I carry about 15 votes.
Yeah, exactly.
Walking around, out voting. Well, I want to vote because I keep up on it. Who's doing what? And turn them all in. And I take them back, have them sign it, this and that. Send them in.
Yeah.
And they don't even worry about it.
You're an opinion leader. We got to run to a break real quick, but let's. We got. That's a.
Yeah, turn my head, come back, and it's red.
Mr. Chuck here controls 15 votes. Indict him.
We'll be
Send
back in
him away.
5. Well, welcome back again. We got one other commercial out of the way. It's one less commercial we got to watch. but they're good. Just hang in there.
Yeah, they keep the show going.
They pay
right?
for our show, so they got to keep it going on. And we're sitting
We
here.
love our sponsors, folks.
Yeah, we do, really. And we're sitting here talking about politics a little bit, about Miss Clinton getting in trouble. But then when we were doing break, we was talking about the dryer, what's going on down there. And explain a bit what's going on.
And representing District 31, that represents 41% of the city of Fresno. So obviously, what happens with the police department, everybody's going to be concerned about, and we know we need more tax dollars to put more personnel on the streets. We've got probably about 750 officers right now. We could probably use about 1,000, to be honest, in my opinion. And Chief Dyer continually reminds the public that he needs more resources, and somehow between the state legislature and the U.S. legislature, that hasn't gotten done. Chief Dyer needs more support. I think, a lot of people criticize him, but I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to ask people to start supporting him. He needs help in a few different areas, not just getting more people on the street, but also he has had difficulty for whatever reasons in developing a group of leaders. In case he retires or he becomes incapacitated for some reason, we want somebody inside the department that can immediately step up and take over his position.
See, Tulare County, that's how we're set up. I mean, if one of our cops go down, one of the top cops, we got 3 at least backups right off the bat coming in. I mean, they've been doing this for 20 years at our department.
Right.
I don't know why they should be doing it up here too.
Well, maybe
you got to have a guy next to you. I mean, like,
Sure.
if I fall off my chair here,
Yeah.
Jeff's got to take over till I get back up.
Yeah, they changed the title, Jeff and Friends,
Yeah.
or just Jeff.
Yeah.
Just Jeff.
as a trial lawyer, you want somebody else in your firm that can go argue a motion.
Yeah, you gotta have
or-
a substitute freaking teacher for crying out
Yeah.
loud.
Right, right. And so, whatever the issue is, we need to focus on that and start giving Chief Dyer the support he needs to develop that inner unit, of the higher echelon of your leadership in the police department that can take over for him if necessary. And you want 4 to 6 people like that. The other issue, people don't talk about it that much. You really kind of have to focus on the reporting that's coming out. But there's an ideal mix, not just in terms of having a variety of officers that reflect your community, but also you want a mix between college-educated officers and high school or high school plus educated officers. And what the reporting coming out says is you actually want about a 50-50 mix. And what that does is that gives you a police force that's actually slightly smarter or smarter on the average than your population.
Yeah.
And now those guys work together and they become better as a team just because you have a little bit more education mixed around in your department.
You know what we're doing down to, Larry? I was talking to Mike here. He's our top cop down there in the sheriff's department here last week, and last year they started this program where these kids that want to become police, they will send 4 or 5 people a year to college and learn all they want to learn and all
Police
that stuff.
sciences and all that,
Science and whatever they want to learn. But the deal is, while them paying for that, when they get out of school, they have to come back and be on our police force.
Ah, good.
Because they sit there for the training to do, the new stuff they do today for DNA, and all that good stuff.
All the forensics, yeah.
They all go to all those schools like that and learn all that. And we're needing people like that. And you just can't, people just not going into that field for some reason. They don't know how exciting it is till they do it. And these young kids are doing it. I even got a grandson that did it, and he loved it. He's a cop now.
Yeah.
Full-blown.
Well, there's been a lot of changes too, with even with the cameras.
Yeah.
Initially, I remember everybody was afraid that it was going to be some kind of Big Brother situation.
Oh, yeah.
But as it turns out, the cameras
Just the opposite.
are actually kind of helping people with their grievances,
Yeah.
about the
Yeah.
departments, because there are.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter what industry you're in or profession you're in. People are going to fall off the wagon. You're going to have a few bad apples.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you a good here, even with cameras.
They still, there's people who
still-
think they're going to get away with it with a.
Yeah, I just
they're
looked
gonna
at
beat
one
the
deal.
camera.
And this camera showed this guy just bang, 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 throwing this guy around, knocking him out, all kind of stuff.
I just looked at one yesterday.
And- But the attorney sat there. See this little part there? Slow down. See that little air gap? That means he was confrontational.
Oh. Oh.
And they're trying to turn those videos around by what you're seeing to telling you don't see what you're seeing.
Oh, yeah. They.
Right.
Then it gets you thinking, well, maybe.
Maybe.
Right,
Well, there is a.
They start putting that down in your mind when really you're looking at something that's so clear,
yeah.
but they'll change it. I mean, well, why even have the videos if you're going to do that?
And part of the police chief's job is to reduce legal liability for the community, because if the police department gets sued, that's big money out of your tax dollars. And so there is a motivation sometimes to jump out in front and say, well, wait until the jury sees it and all that. But sometimes they maybe exaggerate a little bit too
Yeah.
far. Again, our system is a system of checks and balances.
Right.
The whole thing about freedom of speech and the ability to film the police as long as you're not interfering with their duties. You know, those are important rights for us to have. And over time, actually, the police departments will improve because
Yeah,
you
and
have
it
those
They
protects
have
them
in place.
improved
too.
a lot.
They have
Because of the
improved.
camera.
Well, it also it makes a traffic stop. We only got 5 minutes, but look, if the public also knows there's a camera pointing at you as well when you get pulled over,
They're going to be different.
you're not going to have guys so quick that have firearms to
Yeah.
pull them out and try to smoke an officer or do something like that. So, there are crazy people out there. There's always going to be, but you're going to eventually you see a point where citizens are going to be like, okay, I know that A, I've got an officer coming up here. B, there's a camera on me now too. Behave. Don't be a dummy. You're going to have dummies no matter what. I mean, it's just we all, like you said, in every industry. But it will shape some things up. It's not Big Brother or whatever. It's accountability, and it is on both sides, like you said, a check and a balance too. The citizens get their thing, and now you're seeing a lot more cops that used to shoot, people that were unarmed. Now they're getting prosecuted because of the cameras.
Cameras and everything.
And then also the cameras have done the reverse too. Cases where an officer or involved shooting where the person pulled the gun out first, if in the past it had been in dispute, well, the camera solves that one there.
Yes, I agree with that too. You have a lot of those he said, she said situations,
Right.
and
Cameras
now
take care of that issue.
that's confirmed. This person deserves some punishment,
Right.
and
So I have a friend that's got a truck driver, and he was getting pulled over all the time. He was getting harassed, this and that, by these highway patrolmen. And I suggested one day, why don't you put a camera in your truck? By George, he did.
Yeah.
And next time he got pulled over, because highway patrol was giving him a bad time about this. I mean, cussing at him and everything else. And finally, Joe told, hey, I want you to know you're being recorded. And the camera's right there. That guy, that cop, just highway patrol just changed his tune. He goes, here, Mr. Go, here's your license back. Have a good day.
Yep. One of the main complaints, and I even have this from when I was a kid. You may remember, the kids used to drag Blackstone, go up and down
Cruising,
Blackstone,
yeah.
cruising,
Yeah.
right?
We folded him a lot more.
But we all kind of have if you're a normal red-blooded American kid, you will have an incident or two where a law enforcement officer had to dress you down a little bit.
Yeah, well, we
Sure.
talked, we
And
talked
you
about
probably
there once or
you
twice,
probably
maybe.
deserved
Yeah,
it.
we
You
talked
probably
about that.
deserved it. But then we had that nickel arcade, and a lot of times we were just hanging out, being kids, and the police officers would come along and they kind of verbally abuse you a little bit.
Yeah.
Sure.
And kind of want you to take off. And we thought we were operating legally, and so one of the main complaints is there is sometimes a verbal abuse, and it's gotten way better. Officers are far more courteous now, and when they need to be firm with their instructions, they are, and they're much better trained on that. But you do have communities where people have they've been abused in their own families.
Oh, yeah.
And so when they get when an officer gets a little bit too angry with them, they have a bad reaction to it. Let's just put it that way, and you get those complaints. And so just cleaning up a little bit of the cuss words, not try not to use cuss words.
Making it just a regular civil thing. We got
And both sides of the equation
Yeah.
too. I mean, the citizens have to also try not to cuss at the officers. That always
Yeah, you
goes the wrong
exactly.
direction.
Don't be an idiot on either side.
Yeah.
Just
Courtesy, more courtesy. We want to generate more courtesy.
Yeah, that's what I enjoy on the grand jury, because I get to see both sides when you're on the grand jury. I mean, you get to interview the cops, all of what they said and what words they used, and you got this guy over here, and sometimes you think, well,
they don't match up.
Yeah,
very well. do
they don't go together like a fork and knife does, and you find out there's other things in between there, but it's really weird. But I wish myself, being on that grant, this is my last year that I'm off of it. I'm tired. But we need like volunteers down there for the grand jury. I'd give anything if who's watching this show, sign up down at the courthouse and get on the grand jury, because we're going to need people coming around March. And you need to get in there. It pays a little money. I mean, you think about fun, you're going to have fun. I mean, you get into the nasty stuff that you get so energized, you don't want to go back.
Well, yeah, sure. And I mean, it's great for somebody who maybe is already retired and maybe they're a little bored and they want
Yeah.
to fill their life in a little bit. You can serve your community by serving on the
time.
grand jury. That's a great way to do it.
Yeah, I just wish more people would do it. Get work, trying to get kids to do it now in college where they can work the class.
Yeah,
and make
there you
extra
go.
money.
And then you have a good blend that way.
Right.
You
Yeah,
get
good
different
blend.
perspectives, and that's cool.
Yep.
Oh, hey,
We're not here pretty soon, but I want to tell you, everybody, next week I want you guys to thank Ghost, because I've been recurring back my childhood days when something you guys gotta understand and hear it. So till then, see you next week.
Thank you.
See you guys.
CentralValleyTalk.com